Speaker of the OECS House of Assembly, Honorable René Baptiste, Honorable Cecil Mackey, Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture, Honorable Camilo Gonçalves, Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, other members of Cabinet and their spouses, members of the Diplomatic Corps and their spouses, CAL's Sales Executive for the Eastern Caribbean, Mrs. Vina Rattan-King, members of the Board of Directors of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority, Board of Directors and staff of the AIA, President, Directors, and members of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Association and their spouses, Board of Directors and staff of the AIA, Mr. Hadley Bourne, CEO of the AIA, President of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Taxi Association, other tourism stakeholders, other invited guests, members of the media, staff of the Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture, and staff of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority. Good evening. I reminisce about the excitement and anticipation that was widely demonstrated just over a year ago as both Vincentians and non-Vincentians eagerly awaited the opening of the Argyle International Airport. We welcome the fact that Caribbean Airlines was one of this country's airline partners from inception. Through the concerted efforts of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority's CEO, Glenn Beach, and CAL's Captain Singh, arrangements were made to charter a Caribbean Airlines aircraft to facilitate the inaugural flight from John F. Kennedy International Airport to Argyle International Airport on February 14, 2017. Several Vincentians in the diaspora took advantage of this flight, and many of you here tonight, I'm sure, vividly recall the CAL aircraft being ceremoniously sprayed with water shortly after it landed. Airline novices like myself at one time thought that the airline business was simple and that convincing airlines to fly into a new international airport located on an island with a developing tourism industry such as ours was an easy task. However, over the past few years, I have learned that this is not the case. Key variables such as room stock, enabling infrastructure, revenue guarantees, and marketing support play an integral role, and even when some destinations have fulfilled all the necessary requirements, they sometimes fail in their efforts to attract an airline to their country. It was fortuitous that Caribbean Airlines believed in us and therefore made St. Vincent and the Grenadines their 19th destination last year. As early as April of 2017, they commenced the operation of their ATR 42 twice-weekly Piarco Argyle flights, which by all accounts offered seamless connections to their Boeing 737 aircraft flights from Piarco International in Trinidad to John F. Kennedy International in New York and Pearson International in Toronto. Following this, we noticed that Trinidadians started using their flagship carrier when flying from Trinidad to St. Vincent. Similarly, Vincentians started taking advantage of the air service to connect easily to New York and Toronto. This was the beginning of a promising partnership. It therefore came as no surprise when, after further negotiations, Caribbean Airlines made the bold announcement to operate weekly flights from New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport to St. Vincent and the Grenadines' Argyle International Airport. In 2017, 47.91% of our country's stayover visitors originating from the United States came from New York and New Jersey. This bodes well for the success of the newly announced scheduled weekly Caribbean Airlines flights. Hoteliers and other tourism industry partners know that visitors want ease of access with an absence of layovers. The New York non-stop flight will be an important factor in increasing our visitor arrivals, especially at high-demand periods such as Easter, Carnival, and Christmas. It follows that our hotels, restaurants, and other service providers must be prepared to deliver a high level of service to the anticipated large influx of visitors to our shores. Armed with this knowledge, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority's management is working assiduously to fulfill these wishes. We look forward to March 14th when Caribbean Airlines will operate its maiden scheduled international flight from John F. Kennedy International Airport into the Argyle International Airport. This will be yet another reason to celebrate Heroes Day, and as 2018 progresses, we promise to continue remaining focused and working towards the goal of marketing St. Vincent and the Grenadines as one of the most sought-after vacation destinations in the Caribbean. Our country's many attributes, our people, our culture, our natural and spoiled stunning beauty, our marine life, and our tourism products diversity will bring visitors back to our shores again and again. And this is exactly what we want. Repeat visitors. They are worth their weight in gold. Traditionally, Caribbean Airlines has been renowned for providing excellent in-flight service, and we know our visitors will not be disappointed as they experience the warmth of the islands while on board. We applaud the confidence placed in the destination and embrace Caribbean Airlines as a committed industry partner. We look forward to having CAL enter our history archives as the first air carrier to operate scheduled non-stop flights from the US to SVG. We assure you that the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tourism Authority will work closely with Caribbean Airlines, not only to achieve success, but also to realize their vision of connecting people while delivering on our country's tagline, the Caribbean you're looking for. After all, birds of a feather fly together. A very warm welcome and enjoy the evening.